into Soul Reaver 1 Remastered. Last time we, of course, wrapped up with the Ruined City, and now I think we are ready to roll. I think we are ready to roll to the last major part of the game. We actually found the what I suspect is going to be the last major section for us to pursue. Let's see what the Overseer has to say.
Most canyon of Nazgûl's
Narrator.
frozen wastes, the hushed silences embrace an ancient enigma. In the bowels of this labyrinth, your master awaits.
There you go. You heard it here first. You heard it here first. In the bow. Hold on. I gotta grab one thing. I gotta grab one thing. Then we'll be all set. But yeah, they said it here themselves. In the bowels of this place we're in. The bowels of this land. That's what we're doing. I grab one last thing, but then we're all set. All right. So like I said, we are heading into what I believe will be the final area. It said the ancient enigma lurks, awaiting our presence. Now, we actually found exactly where this area is at near the end of the stream last time, because when you exit the Ruined City area, the frozen wasteland area, there was a little sundial. It was like a sundial spot kind of on the ground, and you could do like I wonder if I can activate it now, the spin in circles thing. I can't just activate it willy-nilly. It's only a sometimes activation. It's got to be in context specific situations here. So let's see, it's probably this one. Oh shit, right, you have to like walk forward to actually use this thing, because that was the icon on the door. The reason I remember that was the icon on the door is because to me it looked like a dude bent over, legs akimbo but like feet facing forward, with a basket with like a rope dangling down tied to his penis. That's what that glyph looks like, and I'll never be able to see it as anything else. So, like, there's no butthole specifically. There's no butthole, but, like, legs, like someone bent over, legs splayed, and basket on dick. Anyway, so it's probably this one. Am I correct? Ruined City. Good. That's exactly where we wanted to be. The Ruined City. That's where we're going, my friends. Go back to physical realm. Freaking do it, man. What's up, Aleph? That's correct. We're nearing the end, because, yeah, at the end of last night's session, we exited the Ruined City and found the sundial on the ground. And at one point, where I was like, well, if the sundial is right here and it's got that icon on the door, that's probably where we needed to go. Probably where we're needing to go to progress to the next major part of the game. And we know, that we know that the next major part of the game is going to be our pursuing, at least. It's gonna be pursuing Kain. Are we gonna be killing him like immediately, or is it gonna be like a more prolonged endeavor? I don't really know. I don't quite know what to expect. What I do know is that we got our twerk cut out for us. Bonk. I love how when you throw something like that, it just goes in a straight line. See, I don't know how like big this final area is gonna be. Final dungeon. I could see it being like a standard dungeon. I could also see it being something much more prolonged, something much more elaborate. Yeah, so we did the like run in circles thing on this fella right here. Activated it to open this door right here. So I think this is kind of where it's all heading towards. We think Kain might perhaps be the ancient enigma the Overseer's voice, the narrator's voice, told us about. And there it is. There it is. You see it right there? Right there? Like, that's a leg. That's a leg. The feet are facing inwards. There's a basket tied to the penis, dipping down. I'm just saying, a little bit goatsy, maybe some goatsy action. Yeah, so I would say that's possible as well. We've got achievement for entering the Oracle's cave, if you know what I mean. We're entering their cave, if you catch my drift. So I would say the chances are good to be able to beat this thing tonight, as long as this final dungeon, this final area, doesn't have like a crazy, ridiculous series of puzzles that takes me hours and hours. Barring any major snafus, I think we are on the right path. Okay, can you just light them on fire? There we go. I'm really enjoying just having this fireball attack that is so effective at just murdering these dudes very quickly, burninating the countryside. something to open that fella up. It's kind of a cool little area. Let's look in the original graphics. Yeah, little crystals. It's kind of cool. Final approach, though. The final approach. Now, I don't know if this is going to lead, like, directly into the final dungeon, or if it's a little bit more involved than that. We'll have to do, like, some other things elsewhere. We know this is at least what we're heading towards. The Oracle's Cave. There we go. So now we have the teleport that has the same kind of icon as well. Might need to go into the spirit realm to kind of tap into some things. Oh, I did something, by the way. Time to save. Right. Which means we've used all 32 save points. We've used all 32 saves. Of course, I've not overwritten a single save. We've kind of staggered them, which is the an old PC gaming trick I was taught years and years ago. And the odd chance that a save gets corrupted. And of course, we had heard from Frax that this remaster can actually have some corruptions take place, but just not even with this game in particular, just in general, there's always the chance that something could get corrupted. Or you could, like, you know, old PC games. I feel like PC games in particular are bad about this. Some old PC games had, honest to goodness, just not even like bugs necessarily, but just traps you could fall into where, oh, you didn't, like old adventure games, old Sierra adventure games were notorious about this. Some of the King's Quest games were like, if you don't talk to the right NPC at the very start of the game, at the right order, you can go all the way to the end of the game and not have the one thing you need to beat the game, but there's no indication that you're missing this one thing or missing this one conversation until you get to the end. So it's very easy to soft-like yourself in some of those older games. Hence why I was informed by some of my old buddies way back in the day that there's like best practices they recommend for older games especially. Anyway, Spirit Realm, fuck 'em up. Big Sad, squeaking away, get his ass. And I always forget that I do have the ranged weapon. Well, that's kind of nice. I do have the ranged weapon in the Spirit Realm as well. Have to be all physical stuff. I can get all rangified as well. So sure enough, there is something here. I feel like we were informed you can actually use this little, like the little spinny boy attack. You can use that even in the Spirit Realm. Get his ass. There we go. Got his ass. Good, good, good. So the question is, do I want to be in Spirit Realm, or would I rather physical? I mean, I would probably rather physical, but I might just look around here for a moment. We need to yank some things. My. Have some yankings, some spinnings. Ooh, I wonder if we need to, like, recreate the glyph that's on the door over yonder. To move those blocks, perchance. Interesting, interesting. The blocks that are here... Oh, they actually don't have symbols on them. Maybe they do in other places. Oh, let's look up here. Well, we're still in the Spirit Realm. Is it time for big brain plays, perhaps? It might be. Perhaps. Although this actually might just be what's on the opposite side of that wall. Gonna sniff around. See what's on the other side. Leave it to Kain not making this super easy for us. Leave it to him to make it kind of weird on us. Can't say I'm surprised. Okay. So, thinking about where those walls are positioned. Okay, it's these walls. Okay. Which may or may not have any bearing on this guy right here. And the odd chance that we need to, like, somehow reference this symbol, this sign. I'm gonna take a quick screenshot of this. Can reference that quickly if need be. Grab a quick little screeny shot. Little screeny. Well, let's just start doing, let's do the rotate thing. For it to start doing its thing. Come on, rotate fella, do it. Do the thing, please. Oh. Now, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we can't do it in the spirit realm. It would honestly make sense if we could. Let's do physical. Let's get physical. Let me hear your body talk. Your body talk. Let me hear your body talk. So this guy's dead. I will revive him so that I can kill him. Bam. Now I can, like, properly kill his ass. Kind of surprised that was not a full heal. I think he hit me twice. Anything else around here? Nothing new otherwise. Yeah. Yeah, there's always pen and paper. There's always pen and paper. That's always a valid point, too. Valid option. Screenshots back in the Zelda days. Back in the days. So... Right, okay. So that would... Oh, that would have actually blocked me in, I think, is the idea. It's weird because it shows... It shows me is not there. Oh, it's the other one. Okay. So what it's doing is that it's opening and closing that side. Not, I thought it was boxing me in. But it's this side. Okay. That'd be a way to get some other fellows over there, which will presumably open this door here. I'm just floating, by the way. Very good. That sign looks a little bit like the Holy Hand Grenade. Looks a little bit like the Holy Hand Grenade. There we go. But, what I could do is try sticking that fella in there. Sticking her in there. Sticking her in there. There we go. I'm just gonna stick it in there. Stick it in the cubic hole. Yeah, speaking of symbols and such, I feel like maybe what we need to do is maybe try to, what's the term? Like, assemble a glyph that matches these things. So there's this glyph right here. This big old honking wall right here. It's got the Holy Hand Grenade O, vertical line leading down to a Z at the bottom there. So, I mean, yeah, that looks pretty similar. However, we have no blocks over here. Everyday man's on the block. No blocks over here. What we do have... If I go back... You know, blast this fool. Blast his ass. Blast him and then suck him. There we go. Oh, here, no, it's right here, yeah. So you have this little kind of curly Q little fella. Almost looks like a bird. There's like just above his head is the bird. Little claws, these little talons. There's the bird head, there's the bird tail. Yeah, that's this symbol as well to figure out. But I think in the near term we probably have these to deal with. By the way, that RPG, yeah, Trev, I did see it. I did see it, yeah. Trev, were you gonna send that to me as a suggestion? You're like, Alex, check this out. Cause I got you, BB. I got you. Oh, that's why you would... Okay, so when you rotate this stuff, it allows you to, in the physical realm, move about. So if I wanted to bring one of these blocks around to the other side, we absolutely could. Let's see, I think we need to switch that one out. Let's consider what we need to do here. I think... That one's red, that one's blue. We only have the 2 blocks to work with. One of these blocks needs to go in here. One of these blocks needs to go in here. And then for sure one needs to go over here. What I don't know if there's any significance to the reds and the blue. I think the red and the blue only... Yeah, I see it right now. So the blue one there controls that little hatch that drops down. And that red one probably controls that one. It's kind of faint. But I think that's the idea. And that's Gallanith with the Ray. What's up, man? Thank you, Gallanith. We were having some technical problems earlier. If you're wondering why my uptime is like 10 minutes, or 20 minutes, I guess, it's because we were having some technical snafus. But that's okay, because we're learning, and we're having a fun time, and we're doing some soul reaving action. Also, well, I guess I could still go into the spirit realm on that side. But I think what I would do, because that's the thing. Ultimately, I would have to remove both of these, no matter how I slice it. I put this guy right over here. This is a sliding block puzzle, by the way. If you've ever heard of or played the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaver series, Soul Reaver 1 and 2, you might know these games love their sliding block puzzles. It's like their favorite thing ever. If I remove this, that shuts the other one. But that's the problem. We need to push this one out. Need to push this one out. So what I think I will do is I'm actually gonna, because yeah, this one needs to go out this way. Oops, wrong button. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this one back so I can push this out the hatch. That's what we're gonna do. Actually, yeah, I can just hold on to it. Thank you, Galnith, for that raid, man. Super nice of you, dude. Hope you're doing well. Sliding block puzzles and an Eidos Interactive published game. I know, hard to imagine, but it's true. Truly hard to imagine. Thank you, Galnith, man. It's good to see you, buddy. Hope you're doing well. Happy Tuesday to you. Happy Tuesday to those who celebrate. Let's see what you're up to on this fine evening. You were playing some Terraria. Very nice. You were playing Terraria last time, weren't you? I seem to recall you were saying you were doing some Terraria. And it's, was it, I'm trying to remember, is it the vanilla game or is it some modded stuff? Because Terraria is such, it still holds up, man. That's one of those where you launch it for fun, just to kind of mess around and have a good old time, and then at some point you realize, like, oh god, it's been hours and my family's probably worried about me. Such a good freaking game. Good video game. So if let's think about this. We have a sliding block puzzle. We know that ultimately this one block needs to go in here, the other one needs to go on the other side, and its accompanying little kind of extra hole. But these little cube-shaped holes are the ones that control, or at least open and close, these little hatches. So I can get around. I can go into the spirit realm, go through these gates. I can end up on that other side, no problem. Question is more to do with, I guess a couple things come to mind. For one thing, why would I need to rotate this guy so I can go around on the physical side? It's not like I can push the block through that side and come around. So I guess that's one thing I struggle with. The answer might be that, so if I go into the spirit realm, where is the conduit? The conduit's right here. Conduit that leads me back to the physical realm. I'm trying to think, what's the purpose? The purpose of like having to open up this wall, basically, instead of leaving this one open. I'm sure there's a reason for it. They wouldn't just have this here for funsies as a treat. The reason for it, I'm sure. Let's just kind of start pushing blocks around and see what happens. The nice thing is that I don't think you can actually soft lock this, which is good. See, I can just do a single push like that. Because if need be, if I get in a situation I need to bring this back up, I can just do one of these little maneuvers. By the way, Gallon, if you have any clips you want to share, I'm sure have heard my spiel so many times throughout the years, and it does not become any less true. It does not become any less true. I'm always down to see what the homies are up to, and I appreciate you a whole bunch. Let's push this one into the other slot so we can open this one up and see what that does for us. I couldn't get in Terraria, but I loved Minecraft. I kind of had the opposite problem, where it's not that I dislike Minecraft, but I really took to Terraria, and because I took to Terraria so much, Minecraft just didn't really do it for me. So, you know, it's funny how that happens, where I think it's possible to enjoy both, obviously, but I think it's pretty natural to have an inclination towards one over the other. Because Minecraft has a really good focus. Oh, that's why. You can't... Okay, right. I don't know why I didn't consider that. Why did I not consider that? Okay, I see what's going on. I see what's going on. That's why you need to open that wall up. Because in my mind, I was like, there's got to be a reason for it. There was indeed a reason. But now Minecraft does a great job of giving you a ton of great building tools. Great building tools. Really cool, like, build systems for, like, different spells you can get. And, I don't know. It has, like, a lot of great systems for certain things in the game. But I personally prefer Terraria, how they do Terraria's exploration. I think is very fun. I love the exploration in Terraria. Not to say that Minecraft doesn't have exploration. Obviously it does, but I just like how Terraria does it. Okay. Actually, was that the right one? Oh, it opens both. Oh, it's a 2 and 2. That's actually kind of nice. That's actually kind of nice. Okay, that makes me feel better. So yeah, we're gonna start with this one. Toggle this one. Jump on down, man. But Downa, thank you again for that raid. And like I said, if there's any clips of yours you want to share, you know, I'm always down to see what the homies are up to. And you are indeed a homie. Appreciate you a whole bunch, man. Appreciate you a whole bunch. Let it be known, we are like an hour and a half into the stream. I have done one room. We've gone one room in. And made virtually no progress because of a combination of technical snafus and watching a bunch of YouTube videos. So we've had technical problems and we've watched YouTube videos and we've done one half of a room in this video game, and that's all I've done so far. So not the most productive night so far. I was saying earlier, it's not guaranteed necessarily that we're beating this tonight, and this is one of the reasons why I said that, because you never can tell what's gonna transpire. Never can say what could potentially go down. Back around this side and pull this thing around and see if I can pop that into this guy, into that Z slot, into Z slot. So I don't think we have to worry about trying to find additional 2 more blocks. I don't think there are 2 more blocks. It's not like we have to find another series of blocks and fill out all 4 of the red and blues. I think it's just a matter of filling out these 2 kind of side spots, these side holes, if you will. Just throw in the side hole and you're good to go. There we go. Progressing in a video game and a Super Rabbit stream? No way! What's up, Elgaso? Is it because I talked for an hour and a half? Well, actually, you would think that, but my uptime only says 27 minutes. So that right there is the giveaway that there was some shenanigans. There were indeed some shenanigans. Actually, I didn't want to do that. I was gonna say, can I do like the... There's a way to do like a quick push, and I don't know what the quick push strat is. But anyway, let's go ahead and go back to Spirit Realm. I think we have what we need. Got that one in the Z slot where we need it. And the Z hole. Got it in Z hole. There we go. Does the main guy ever not get ugly again? I think I think it's like basically understood that, yeah, before he, well, actually, when you say ugly, do you mean like this? Or do you mean this? Ugh. Now he's really not what he used to be. Yeah, I think the idea is that when Raziel was a human, I think he was considered to be like a pretty handsome dude. I think the Seraphon are like, you know, take their work very seriously. So I don't really think any of them were like ladies' men necessarily, but like the general consensus was, yeah, he was like an all right looking dude. And then we got turned into a vampire. That altered his appearance, of course, but then we got turned into a Soul Reaver. That altered things further. To the low fidelity graphics for a bit, that way we can experience all the things. Yeah. Glowing lanterns. What does it mean? Yeah, is there a way to unbecome a Soul Reaver? I think the idea is once you're a Soul Reaver, I think that's how you are forever. You're immortal and you don't have some of the vulnerabilities you have as a vampire, but you have some pretty harsh negatives. So I think when you're a Soul Reaver, that's just how you are, basically. It says, I call mine the quick push. Well, if you push too hard and too swiftly, you might give yourself hernia. Definitely don't want that. Like, you can, like, juggle the hits. Actually, maybe not there. It seemed like earlier I was able to kind of bounce them a couple times. Bounce on it crazy style. And blam. We can spin this thing around. We can spin me right round, baby, like a record, right round, baby, right round, round. Or, we might need to spirit realm some of this, just because some of this might shift. Might shift a little bit in the spirit realm. Was he a Rizzy? A Rizziel? I made that joke last time where, like, if there was, like, a dating sim where you, were like, yeah, you, like, get to time travel and play as Raziel, but when he was a human, and he was like a, you know, a charming young lad, strapping young lad, and he was trying to like use his dashing good looks to charm those around him. Call him Rizziel. That's right. It's not pushing hard, it's pushing fast. Fair. Fair point. It's like a blowgun. Like a sexy little blowgun. The sexiest. Hey, can you want to come through the wall, through the floor, so I can, or through the gate, so I can get you? One way or another. Look at that animation. Isn't that so weird? I've seen that once before. If you're up against a gate, he like his legs get locked. It's so funny. It's so funny. It looks so goofy. You can even spin all the way around. It's like his legs are just in a pivot. I don't know what causes that, but it's very funny. I've seen it once before, and it's extremely silly. Suck. I'm not allowed to send a link to whatever that is. It's the music video, right? You're referring to the music video of, what's the name of the name of the song isn't Meat Spin, but yeah, yes, it's the Meat Spin song, yes. It's true. It's true. Alright, so we can become a physical lad over there. Sad. Good. You should become sad. You should also get into my ghost mouth. My ghost not ghost ussy. My ghost mouth ussy. My ghost thrussy. There we go. There we go. Alright, physical realm it is. Actually, hold on. Hold the phone. Hold the phone, because I haven't had to mess with the... Oh, hold on. Thing up there. Oh, it's probably just fire. Oh, that's a climbable wall, I think. Yeah, it's a climbable wall. We had to use the spiritual realm to get to that gate. We haven't had to mess with this yet. Conduit out here, maybe? Grab this one real quick. What I'm kind of curious about is what this... If this does what I think it does. If this opens what I think it opens. The other way. Oops. That opens up. Okay, so that just gives us the, yeah, the glyph energy. Which is all well and good. Out of curiosity... Is there any other use for this? Like, why wouldn't I want that just permanently attached to that particular... Oh, and look at that. If you move it over, move it out from that position, it stays open. Was there any other benefit to this? No? No, not at all. Well, I'll leave it in that position. Not like it really matters. Okay, I just wanted to see if there was anything else. I was thinking maybe that was going to be a shortcut to that one... big draw we saw in the previous room. Not how it works, though. Pragmata. Yeah, I've heard it's very good. I've heard Pragmata is very, very good. I'm glad you liked it, Dino Gamer. Glad you liked it so much. Yeah, I mean, shoutouts to Capcom. A new IP, really fucking nailing it, man. Meerkat says, sexy blow gun. Oh boy. My brain's doing some stuff. Some stuff and some things. Creativity knows no bounds, Meerkat. It's a beautiful, terrifying thing. You know what they say? The mind is a terrible thing. To waste? No, just a terrible thing, just in general. We'll go ahead and grab the flame. Not that it matters that much. I just kind of want it. I'm glad you liked it, Dino Gamer. Yeah, that one's on my list for sure. On my list. Few companies actually putting out new IPs, yeah. I mean, as far as like the big You know, like the big household name developers. I mean, Capcom is definitely not shy from tossing out some new Resident Evil games. It's maybe not so much maybe not so much Mega Man. I'm trying to think of other Capcom properties that they've been revisiting recently. Something here? What do I have? I'm holding an invisible something. Can I toss it? Oh, okay. So I was like, where even was that? I was holding just nothing for a minute there. Yeah, but for sure, a Pragmata is a good one. And I'm glad it's been so well received. Is that a thing I can yank, ultimately? Push these in those holes. Seems too simple of a solution. There's something else that I need to do with these sliding blocks. Because, again, we love the sliding block puzzles, man. That's our favorite thing in the whole wide world. Let's just start sticking things in holes and seeing what happens. The mine is a terrible thing. Yep, exactly. I've heard very good things about Resident Evil 9. I've heard very, very good things. Oh, it's because I can't push it. I can't push it real good. What if I can only do one at a time, basically? Because we would need one block to stand upon in order to jam it in there. We can kind of see there's something behind there. Yeah, but this thing, can I like move it to the side? Can't move it to the side. I can push it forward and backwards. Yeah, this is a pickle. Older IPs, yeah. They keep ignoring my emails, man. What the hell? Yeah, I'm trying to think of other Capcom IPs. There's Devil May Cry. Devil May Cry is Capcom, I'm pretty sure, at least. Think of other Capcom things. I guess we haven't had a Devil May Cry game in a little bit. Oh, what am I doing? I can just do this. Derp. Overthinking this. We have the range shot for this exact situation. The little fella in there. Very good. A little bit nervous when there was this, like, trench right here. When there was this trench, I was wondering if it meant we had to, like, drag one of the blocks into it and use it as another, as like a standing point block, basically. Thankfully, it was not nearly that complicated. It was much simpler than that. Spirit Realm for this part for sure. No question. Yeah, Devil May Cry. Oh, on Netflix. That's a fair point, too. Yeah, there was Devil May Cry 5, I think. Yeah, 2019. It's been a little bit. They've made a new one, at least. But yeah, there's that one. Street Fighter. Of course, Street Fighter gets, like, new iterations on a fairly regular basis. And, of course, with its having such a prominent position as a fighting game, like a fighting game community staple, makes perfect sense for sure. Yeah, I guess the newest Street Fighter game was only like I guess maybe a year or two ago. It's not that long ago. As far as where to spin these boys, I mean, there's a couple of options. First and foremost, I'm curious to see where this... Oh, this guy just spawned right next to me. Blast his ass a little bit. A little bit of ass blasting. Zoop. Just gives you energy for the glyphs, and that's it. Nothing else. Okay. At least have a conduit in here. We do not. We cannot do it. You enjoy the anime and it got shit on really bad? I don't think I've heard much about it, honestly. Because it's on Netflix, and I remember when it came out, but I've heard very little about it, to be honest. So it's a shame that it got shit on, but I'm glad you liked it. Trev, that's good enough for me, I would say. That's worth something. I've actually never played a Devil May Cry game, and given that I've started playing more Spectacle Fighter games, I feel like I have to go back and play some of the Devil May Cry games, just so that I can, like, I don't know, just feel like I'm part of the conversation, right? Oh, I think I knocked him out of a loading zone. Oh, no, there he is. Okay. Bonk. There we go. The series I feel like I should try at some point. Because when it comes to spectacle fighter games, that series is like prominently in my mind. New unplayed lore? Farsight, is that you saying that you're a big fan of the Devil May Cry series? Because if you are, I'm down for suggestions. I'm down for suggestions. I've always assumed that I should start with the first one. I'm gonna assume I need to point it at the fella. Let's see if that's correct. Yeah, I've always assumed I should start with the first one. I also understand that 2 is a controversial game in the series. Not everybody liked 2, but otherwise, though, I've heard that the first one and the third one are, like, pretty solid. A little bit more. There we go. To Trev's point, I'm trying to think of other games kind of along the same line as Capcom. As far as, like, what game, like, fairly well-known game developer companies and game publisher companies, if there's other new IPs being considered that I have not considered. Because, yeah, when it comes to, like, Nintendo, for instance, you know, of course, they just put out, the new Donkey Kong game, they announced a new Star Fox game, you know, they're doing cool stuff, but all that is, like, pretty much calling back to existing IPs. You know, I think they did announce a new Splatoon kind of spin-off deal. You know, either a spin-off game or like a spin-off mode within Splatoon 3. But yeah, you know, a lot of things that are just kind of based off of existing IPs. I'm trying to think of, yeah, the stuff that would be considered new stuff, the brand new stuff. Bayonetta's a good one. I've heard Bayonetta's a very good one as far as spectacle fighters go, and of course that's Sega. At least I'm pretty sure it's Sega. Lost Planet's good too, yeah. That's right, that is Capcom, that's right. Monster Hunter, that's the big one. That's the big one for sure. Yeah, that one prints money for sure. Let's definitely start with the first one. Nice, man. Not typically your cup of tea, but you still enjoyed it. That's a good sign. That is a good sign, yeah. Because, yeah, I would say for the longest time, I also was not really, like, keen on how the spectacle fighter like genre, like a subgenre, really appealed to me. It didn't really grab me necessarily, but now that I've started to play other games that are clearly inspired by these games, now it's like, yeah, I kind of get it. I kind of get it, and I'm kind of down for it. Bam. Dead Rising. Oh, you're right. That is Capcom. Dead Rising is Capcom. Yep. I'm just trying to think of characters that you see in, like, Tatsunoko versus Capcom and Marvel versus Capcom. For this one, we just gotta mystify ourselves. There we go. Lost Planet 2. You know, I guess there's actually, yeah, there's been a few of them. I think there's at least 3 of them. I never actually played any of them. Oh, shit. Alright, let's my, I'll grab one thing real quick. Okay, no, it's fine. Okay. Sorry, I thought I felt like something with my keyboard get a little bit scrungy, but we're okay. We all right. Menu. Now, what I should do is save. Because I'm doing some progress, which once again means we're wrapping around to number 1. We're actually overriding for our first time ever 12 hours and 20 minutes. So... oh, wait, hold on. Wrong way. Got excited. I saw an open door and just jam myself in. Spirit Realm. Yeah, but they're pretty good. Yeah, I remember the second one being, in particular, being well received. I don't know much about the third one. But yeah, I feel like the second one was like a really good one. Ow. I turned away for like 5 seconds, bro. What the hell? You're being cringe. Ow. I already killed you, man. Rude that he decided to respawn like that, bro. Okami is also Capcom. We do know there's gonna be a new Okami game. We do know that has been confirmed, which is exciting. Here it is.
The Oracle's Cave, where Kain's first fateful meeting with Mobius occurred.
Dino Crisis? Yeah, that'd be good, Dino Gamer. It's been a minute since we've had a new Dino Crisis game.
His pot of visions while dispensing enigmatic predictions to gullible visitors. Underneath the facade was Mobius the Time Streamer.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure a new Okami thing got announced. I could be wrong, but it was some kind of Okami announcement. I thought it was a new one.
Since his murder
like last year, I want to say.
Centuries ago, these caves have stood vacant, Though, like Mobius himself, they are rumored to be only a facade for a much larger, more elaborate complex. I sensed that Kain was here, and at that moment...
Was he Morbin? Morbin out?
I have plumbed the depths of hell to find him.
Okay. The question is, upon finding this, what does this do for us? Eh. Any sort of interaction here? Can I, like, yeah, I was gonna say, can I use this to, like, power my sword or anything? No, I gotta throw this thing at you. Yoink. Don't run away, bro. Come on, man. We just want to be friends. Won't be enough to heal up fully. It'll be enough to make me feel good. And you can't put a price on that. Let's try Spirit Realm then. It just shifts ever so slightly. That being said, I could potentially spin it. Let's see if we can spin it. Oh, because I'm not full health. That's why. That's why. Let's try to fight some things. Things to kill and some health to slurp. Some glurps to slurp. But yeah, no, you're right. Okami, I think, was one of those games that was critically acclaimed, but I don't think sold particularly well. So it's, of course, a cult classic game. But no, I'm pretty sure, I want to say last year they announced some kind of Okami game. I'm not sure if it'll be a sequel, like a proper sequel. If it'll be a reboot, a remake, I don't exactly know. But I want to say there was something that did get confirmed last year. I think there might have even been a trailer. I don't know if it was the Game Awards or what, but there was something shown somewhere. Somewhere, somehow. Oh, here we go. Now I can use it. Oh, that's to light my sword. Okay. Come on, baby. Light my sword. If I spin it. Oh, we spin the room. Okay. Because in my mind, it's like, what's the point of spinning this thing? Ah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Okami 2. Do you mean the announcement? Okami 2 for the new Okami game? Oh, Strider. That, yeah, I never played that one, but that one did look really good. Yeah, that's an IP that has been kind of abandoned, I suppose. Time Splitters, though, that'd be sick. Which one would who would own the publishing rights to Time Splitters? Because I think, yeah, I'm trying to think who published it the first time around. Honestly, I can't remember who that would have been.
This, I deduced, must be the man himself, the time streamer.
The streamer? Oh, cringe. The worst.
Not at all the impressive figure I had imagined from Kain's boasted exploits.
I'm with you though, Trev. I enjoy Time Splitters, so I'd be down.
His cold image radiated a certain undeniable power.
Prince of Persia? That'd be kind of cool. Of course, that's Ubisoft, and, well, we'll see. I mean, Ubisoft has been doing some kind of neat things lately, but I don't know. I think they're probably, like, more akin to putting those kinds of eggs in the Assassin's Creed basket. I could see the folks at Ubisoft being like, Prince of Persia, having I mean, it's in the name, you know, taking place in Persia. That's the kind of area that is kind of similar to some of the areas featured in Assassin's Creed. So, I could see them just kind of like preferring to stick with what they've got. Stick with having Assassin's Creed kind of receiving most of that focus. Some real puzzle shit right here. I'm gonna guess we probably want them to line up on at least one on that center fella. Is there another one on the other side, maybe? Or do they both need to be in that middle piece? Oh, there's one over here, too. One over there, too. I'm also kind of curious what could be down here, perhaps. Who published the game? Elgaso says, well, I didn't. Are you sure you didn't publish the game, Elgaso? You could be misremembering. Happens to the best of us. This is looking a little bit similar. Oh my god, this is looking not a little bit similar. This is looking very similar to the chamber in Eternal Darkness, where you have to power the spell casting device underneath the mansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, even the same number of glyphs too. Wowee. And of course, some of the folks that worked on this game went on to work on Eternal Darkness, so there you go. Probably not a coincidence that there was some inspiration taken. Yeah, there's definitely some overlap with the Soul Reaver games and Eternal Darkness, which is to say Silicon Knights as a developer. Start yanking some things. Does it truly matter just getting these things to line up? Is that really it? Is that truly it? I mean, that almost seems too easy. But alright. Keep going, man. Mouse PI. That one looks good. That one looks really good. Unless you're IGN, at which point it's probably terrible. But for those of us that are not IGN, the game does look very cool. Dropping on down. Oh, will this hyper concentrated light fucking burn my penis off? No, but because I mean we'd heard at the beginning of the game that even though we're not a vampire anymore, we still have kept some of our vulnerabilities that vampires typically have, such as, at least up until recently, vulnerability to moving water. But yeah, the sunlight thing does not bother us. We're a daywalker. IGN and their bullshit. Yep. Cheese references in my rodent game? I know. Perish the thought. Truly, honest, and for true. Too much black and white, 6 out of 10. Too much black and white, not enough water. Hit you with a mix-up. So, we can rotate individual fellers. We need to make purple happen here. Let's make... Can I say blue and red? Can I make purple? Oh, can I not rotate? Maybe you can't rotate while they're locked in, or maybe I have to go the other way. Maybe you can't rotate while it's receiving power. Okay. Let's rotate the other way. Going blue. Oops. That gonna do it. So purple has been purplified. Alright. And it's like fucking blasted this thing. It's like a terminal. It's been fucking shredded. Go next then. Presumably we can just kind of do one at a time. I mean, it'd be one thing if I could like split the light out to go all 3 ways. I don't think it quite works that way though. Spin. Yeah. The little spinning thing. The spinning thing is something I'm not gonna miss. It's like, bro, just let me do the clink clink and spin that way. Just rotate it by hand, bro. It makes it so much easier. Versus this Lego spin around. It'd be one thing if you were in a situation where it was like, oh, there's a boss battle. Actually, well, I don't want this to happen. But if there was like a situation where, yeah, you had to like maneuver around enemies to like use that spin ability to like open up a boss's vulnerable spot or something, like then I could kind of see it. But even then, that sounds so clunky and unfun. Even though that would be a more valid use case for it, I would hate it. I would very much not be a happy camper in there in that situation. So yeah, because otherwise it just feels like it's like, bro, just grab it with your hands, man. Running around in circles is adorable. It's cute as hell, but it's a little bit on the silly side. Look how uneven the ground is here. It's like very warbled and warped, which is exactly how it looks when you're in the spirit realm. In the spirit realm, everything's a little bit distorted. So it's funny how we're not in the spirit realm right now, and still everything is still quite distorted. But I did earlier, and get this guy murderified. Now what I could have done is I didn't have to I guess what I could have done is I could have grabbed the thing from him and immediately started shooting the projectiles at him to burnify him. Burnification station. Dog. Oh, I should save, by the way. Save early, save often. There we go. Fling the doors open. Not a boss chamber, obviously, but it is a fighting a dude. Fighting one dude and solving a puzzle chamber. Yeah. Bam. What can we do here? More of the cute spinsies. I'm so excited, Frax. I'm so excited. For the cute little spinsies. Looking like a Beyblade out here. So let's see. I can't push things manually. That's where we came from. Trying to like look for context clues. What we ultimately need to be doing here. It's like minute, second, and hour hands. Kinda, sorta. See what happens. So let's see. So yellow needs to be on this guy. Blue needs to be... this one? Yeah. That one. I think it's this one. Blue needs to be here. Okay. I think I'm overthinking this. I think we could just move each hand individually. So red needs to go here. Right? Yeah, red needs to be there. So we can rotate really either direction. Yeah. Do it again. I think the idea is we're only rotating the one. Yeah, we're only because I was concerned we had to like rotate all of them like together, and they would all like move at different rates or spin at different rates. It's not that deep. It's not that deep. Yellow, just go over one to the left. The blue one. Yeah, it's not this one because that one is kind of similar, but it's rotated the wrong way. That one for the blue feller. Rotate that direction. Then one more. We are all set, baby. Any drop frames on my end? Meerkat? Not on my end. Not on my end. Yeah, I'm guessing you've probably already tried closing the browser and reopening Meerkat. Like refreshing the stream. Because I'm not showing any problems on my end. Is anybody else having like some weird like big lags and big like dippies? Because hopefully me restarting the stream has helped. Restarting OBS earlier. But I did not restart my computer. All I did was restart OBS. Hopefully what I did earlier was sufficient. But there were additional potential steps that I did not take. Yeah. Blam. I was considering trying to find a way to just drop the weapon and just bonk him onto that thing, but that works too. A lot of damage there. Might have to go up to the spirit realm and do a little spirit realm visit. Warhammer lore, yeah. It's that awful. Yeah, everything is just on the brink of total collapse and oblivion. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty good, honestly. Ginormous lighthouse so the interstellar trade doesn't collapse. Right, that is exactly it. That is exactly it. And at the sacrifice of like how many psychers per day, I think, like some completely bonkers ass amount of psychic energy required to keep it all going. It is a sad time for all living things. Not just the Imperium, but like everybody's struggling. Well, maybe not Chaos. I guess Chaos is thriving, but Pretty rough out there, man. 1,000 psychers a day. My goodness. Art, it's impossible to fathom. Make this jump, right? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. It's all coming together. Oh, dark. Not what I wanted. Grab it. Oop. Bonk. Not quite enough damage to kill. Okay, one more hit and I'm going into the Shadow Realm. Nurgle has a goal or an endgame? I remember somebody telling me what it was, but I can't remember. Nurgle is an entity I know very little about, but I feel like I heard something that like he's still fucked up, but he's like maybe a little bit less fucked up than some of the other Chaos Gods. Orcs are thriving. You know what? Orcs are thriving. They're always thriving. Let's be real. What else we got around here? So we need to crank them gears. You know what really grinds my gears? I need to grind some gears, which I might be able to do by doing more spinnies. We can maybe do more spinnies with the gearsies. Spin it ourselves. I make that jump. It's a little bit out of our reach. Yeah, it's a little bit too tall. Wish it was a little bit taller. Wish it was a baller. About that one. Unless that's how we got here. That might be how we got here originally. That is not how we got here originally. Let's just start running it back. Thing is, it seems a little bit large. Yeah, that's not it. That ain't it. That ain't it. More fucked up in a Jonestown sense. Well, I guess it's saying more fucked up in general, like, well, because what I was saying is like just when compared to other Chaos Gods. That to me sounds like where he's less fucked up. But that's the thing, it's all relative. Like, of course, it's still completely off the wall nonsense, no matter how you slice it. It's gonna fly around, then I'll just blast your ass. Another one. And get gulped. Gulp. Still can't reach that jump. Diddly dum. It's not lost on me. It almost seems like that's a thing that can maybe be moved. You maybe just try shooting it. Just shoot it, folks. You have a physical conduit here. Important, straightforward. Yep. Yes. Yeah, some of them are not exactly complicated. Not a lot of complexity to some of them. The books are pretty good. So I've heard. I've heard the books are very good. Heard good things about those things. I wouldn't know where to start necessarily. I don't know if there's like a book series that I would like, that I've heard as being recommended necessarily. There's something that I am missing. Oh, wait, hold on. There was something. Oh, these are blocks you can push. Herp derp. Okay, all right. Well, that changes some things. They're blocks you can push. It took me the longest time to figure that out. Now they're kind of stuck. Can I do the flippies? Can I flip it? Can I flip it good? No, I can't do that. Stand right here and push. Out of the way. Maybe the idea is I'm trying to like make room for something. There we go. Yeah, so it's like they were, oh, because it was blocking the gears. Try spinning, that's a good trick. The spinning always works. Well, it doesn't always work, but it is always sometimes worth a try. Hold on, will this grind me to a paste? Penis first. Strangely, no. Strangely, no. Some of the books are incredible, some are awful. That makes sense that they're not all amazing. That makes sense. I could see that. Or volume. Yeah, I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised. Yeah, kind of like what I was saying, where I wouldn't necessarily know where to start necessarily. But I would be curious. I would be curious. So if you guys had any recommendations as far as books or book series, or maybe even authors, as far as Warhammer lore is concerned, good starting points for inquiring minds. Warhammer, that's a good name. I'm guessing it's a YouTube channel or a podcast. Horus Heresy series is good. Very nice, very nice. Otherwise, this is a dead end. This end do be dead. Good start. It's a lot, but it's worth the read. Yep. Yep. Yeah, I'm always down for suggestions. I definitely do enjoy the Warhammer stuff, even though I'm still much I've yet to learn. I've only kind of really just broached the bare surface of it. Oh, it's a pendulum. Oh, I see. And it's a platform. Yes, yes. Guys just chilling. Whoop. Have the edge. There we go. There we go. It's like 30 books. That's a lot. But worth it, presumably. But that's a good one. It's a lot to read, but definitely worth it. Play some Darktide. I have not played Darktide in a while. That is true. I've not played Darktide in a while. That's always a fun game. That'd be good to bust out for old time's sake. That's a good one. And there's been a bunch of updates and the new DLC. In fact, I think there was another thing announced. Or was there a thing or was it a thing announced or a thing that was just teased or something? I thought I saw something that was somehow related to Darktide, but I can't remember what it was. But yeah, there's the DLC that came out last year. Yeah, I thought there was gonna be maybe more where that came from, but I don't know for sure. Your sick ass build, yeah. Problem is, of course, I haven't played since the last time I streamed it, of course, so I'd be a little bit underpowered, but I would be down. Clown. I would also be down to not miss that jump. Trev's got some Darktide as well. There you go. There you go, man. That's a full squad right there. We got Dino Gamer, Meerkat, and Trev. Dream team right there. The third one. Oh, okay, so yes, there was something recently that was teased, but nothing announced just yet. Something called AdMech. I don't think I've heard of AdMech. I'm guessing it's robots. Not well, robots would make sense because thinking machines are a big no-no. Up and down. Woo! If we wanted to, we could climb back up, but I'm not gonna. We are committed. We're doing this thing. Whoa. That's rude. Thought you're doing my thing and homeboy just jumps out of nowhere. I have a good way of killing this guy. I don't know if I do, actually. No weapons and no spikies on the walls. Unless the lanterns can be used to kill. Be kind of cool. Adeptus Mechanicus. Oh, Tech Priest dudes. Okay, that would be sick. That actually would be really cool. A little bit sad I don't seem to have a way to kill this guy. Although, what I could do... Let me squish. Instead of I'm just trying to smash, I'm just trying to squish. Okay, let me squish. Damn it. Ow. That's a problem. I don't have like a good way of killing this guy unless... Fortunately, he's too smart. He's like rotating constantly. Ow. Did I not do it? I was trying to crouch. Damn it. I did this by complete accident a few streams ago, and it was very funny to me. Now that I'm trying to do it intentionally, ain't no fucking way. I can weaken them all I want to, but I can't actually kill them. Unless you can, like, what if I throw them into the lantern? Maybe that'll do something. Maybe that'll do something. I'm not sure, though. I can't get my hopes up. Oh, there we go. Not to be surprised. I mean, of course I can kill them if I have the saber out, obviously. The Soul Reaver weapon, the Soul Reaver sword. We call them toaster fuckers. Okay, that's actually very good. I wouldn't call that them to their face. I wouldn't use that to their face because that seems like it'd be derogatory towards them, but that one makes me smile though. Oh, you're right, Frax. We do have the fire glyph thing. We do have that. We're not without options. Like how the camera zooms down to really emphasize that you look at these things. Should we definitely know? Kill the other guy too. Yeah, Adeptus Mechanicus would be really cool as a playable class. To get that one dude in Rogue Trader, who's a tech priest, that part's really great, or that character's really cool. That'd be really cool. Oh shit, I'd be down, Meerkat. I'd be super down. Have you had a chance to try out the new class that was added last year, the Beastmaster class? Yeah, sounds great, man. I'm super down. Oh, there's more. Oh, there's more where that came from. Is there another level up? No, there's not. Now I need some kind of way to become a physical lad to knock this thing down. I don't know if we have such an option, unfortunately. There, yeah. Oh, you know what? I think I might know. I think I might know how to do it. Yeah. Shoot. Just shoot it, folks. I was secretly hoping that the dude would have respawned and would have respawned directly underneath that thing so I could have just crushed his ass. That's all I really want. Oh, I got you, Meerkat. Not a huge fan of it, yeah. Yeah, I mean, on the one hand, that part is a bummer. I mean, I appreciate that they've done a lot of free updates. So to me, I don't mind supporting the dev in that sense. I mean, I say that. I actually haven't bought any DLC from them. And also, I've never spent money in the game because I got the game for free through a review key. So it's easy for me to say this, but yeah, it's something I would at least I would not necessarily be opposed to. But I get it. At the principle, yeah, I get it. I understand. So hopefully the game, like, sells well enough just in general. Like, hopefully it has done well. Pull this out so we can see what shape we're working with here. And it doesn't need to, like, try to pull the... You know, to, like, rely on people purchasing the paid updates to be able to fund additional development. Because that's the thing, too, obviously. You know, development takes time and money, obviously. You did as well, Mika. That's right. Trev says, whoa, Mr. Cool Guy thinks he's so cool. Such a cool guy. Jeez Louise. It's a tricky balance. I mean, the nice thing at least is that it's a co-op game. So, as long as it avoids the problem of like a pay-to-win kind of thing. You know, any sort of PvP game that has like playable content locked, like gameplay playable content locked behind DLC, that's like a huge bummer. So that makes this less egregious to me, but it's still like there. It's not, you know, completely innocent to that point. So I see what Meerkat's getting at. All right, so this one for sure is fine. That one's exactly where it needs to be. Well, position where it needs to be. So that one's good. I think this one also is fine. The other two we need to reposition. Space Marine 2, yes. Yeah, man, dude, Space Marine 2 is so fucking good. I'm so glad I was able to tempt Shake and Alias into getting that game. I don't expect we'll be able to play with them anytime soon, because I don't think they loved it. But I'm glad I at least got them to see the light. It's just a little bit. Just a little bit of it. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. And the other side. Ever at the Space Marine 2 multiplayer? Multiplayer in that game is great. I haven't done what's it called, the PvP in that game at all. But the co-op missions, the operations, incredible. Operations are fan-goddamn-tastic. Big fan of those things. These. Then one of these. Kudum. Yep, that should work. The Dark Tide devs are doing a pretty good job. That's good. That's good, yeah. I'm glad they're at least open to considering those kinds of things. So the devs seem like they give a shit. So, like, I don't mind supporting that, you know. Dropping, like, $5 for a DLC that adds a new class. Like, that doesn't bother me too much. But, again, it's a principle that matter. Also, out of curiosity, can I just do this? Can I just do the spin? Can I do the spinsies? This would be an honest-to-goodness, legit, useful use case for the spin ability, but I don't think it works. I don't think it works here. It's like it's too long of a run. Not happening. When it would actually be helpful, when it would actually be useful, the game said, sorry. Sorry, but nah. Game said nah. I do this right. If it was PvP, it'd be a deal breaker. Yeah, I feel the same way. There we go. Helldivers just throw spaghetti at the yeah. I mean, I'm not bothered by how Helldivers does it either, but they really do love their whatever they're called, the battle not battle pass, but the like DLC, maybe not DLC. Well, I guess it's kind of DLC. Yeah, like the passes you have to purchase, either using super credits or real money to get access to those threads of those threads of upgrades. They have to spend like regular credits on upgrading, right? Unlocking whatever that sequence is called, that like unlocking sequence is called. The nice thing there, of course, is that you don't have to use real money. You could just use the fun monies, the super credits. If we have to climb down like this, but I feel like I should be a little bit on the safe side, just because I don't know what I'm crawling into. I wonder if these symbols will be important in any way. I wonder. It's like, yeah, $5 or $6. Yeah, $6. To me, that's I would say fairly reasonable. I would prefer that DLC for a game like that be reserved for like cosmetic stuff that like didn't necessarily have like stuff like gameplay stuff locked behind it, basically. Damn it. Damn it. We weren't supposed to wake up. God damn it. I was doing so good. Had them both on the ropes. his ass. Gonna, like, leave him invulnerable. Oh, no, I didn't want to grab this thing. God dang it. I grabbed it by complete accident because I was trying to do the attackies. Which means I'm gonna grab, ow, this thing. Do the suck. There we go. Ouch. There we go. Yeah, you can earn super credits. Exactly, exactly. So, like, you don't have to spend money in Helldivers, but you do have to spend money to get that DLC unlocked. And Darktide. So it's you know, different systems for sure. Yeah, just the medal requirements. Part of it's a tricky balance because on the one hand, there's people who played that game when it first launched and have never stopped playing it. So there's players that have like just ridiculous numbers of medals and like the fun money currencies and don't know what to do with themselves. You know, it's just like they have so much of that stuff and have currencies out the wazoo. So when it comes to like the average number of just standard medals, the standard currency across all players, there are outliers that are, I'm sure, way setting the setting the curve accordingly, setting that mean average to be a lot higher. If they were using a median score, I'm sure they would probably see there's a lot of players like you and I, Dino Gamer, that maybe don't have as much. But I imagine they're trying to balance between those two extremes, because from those who don't have as many extra medals laying around and those that have really never stopped playing the game and have more than they know what to do with. Alright, so the 3 symbols we're looking for. I'll go back this way. Take a screenshot of these guys. Screenshot-y action. Zoop. I have that kind of off to the side here, and I'm going to try to recreate that stuff. So there we go. There's a max number? No, I did not know that. There's so many that I need. Yeah, same. There's a bajillion that I definitely need for sure. Can't quite reach. Time for some more spinsies. For this one, we need the triangle. And they need to, like, connect. Cute little triangle connection. I like how Frack said it. Cute spinnies. The cute little spins. And it is a cute move. It is cute. The crucifix and the kind of cubic-looking chalice. Not the holy hand grenade like I would prefer it. Last but not least is... Z gets the circle. There we go. We got it, baby. Donate medals to a diver in need. I could see them doing that, that infomercial. There are starving helldivers that are in need of your extra medals. Donate divers. Donate divers. Donate medals to divers that need the assistance. I assume there's not like an order in which they need to be unlocked. Just go for it. I'm doing my part. To the tune of sign up to be an organ donor today. Sign up to be a medal donor. The game balance is tricky. It is. It is, Dino Gamer. And I still love it, but I'm with you. I know exactly what you mean. Marvel Rivals is more of an issue, yeah. I think it's tricky when it's PvP, you know? When it's PvP and like there's aspects of the balance that feels off. It feels especially grueling. It just feels especially like offensive when you feel like other players are using a game's lack of balance against you. Whereas if it's cooperative, you know, and something is unbalanced for or against a player, at least you can lean on your teammates to help you. And it's, you know, you're fighting against the game anyway. You're fighting against nameless AI villains, AI controlled villains. Whereas when it's human controlled, it's a human controlled opponent. It just kind of hits differently. I also appreciate that Helldivers has bugs very much prominently in place that have been there since like at least the past couple years. Like, I don't want to say since launch because I don't know. I haven't had the game that long. But the number of times I've had a weird thing while I've been playing with Shake or Alias Wrath, and I'll have like a weird thing happen. I'll be like, guys, have you ever heard about this happening? And one of them will laugh like, oh yeah, that bug's been there since launch. So let's say the other thing too, Helldivers, the devs, bless their hearts. I'm gonna hit you with a southern bless their little hearts, but bless their little hearts. They love to add new stuff, but they're not as big of fans of going back and fixing shit. And I get it. I get it. As a software guy, I understand it's much more fun adding new stuff to break things instead of going back and fix things that were previously broken. Fabric of space and time is really cool. Reach the Chronoplast Chambers. Ooh, new cutscene.
My arrival in this miserable age.
Nerfed all 3 mains in one patch. Oof. That would do it, Trev. That would scare a lot of people out of it. Was that recent, or was that like from back when it was Overwatch 1?
It is no illusion, Raziel, but a glimpse into the currents of time itself.
Time itself. But an illusion. Pretty cool. Anything else before we start that direction? I'm guessing we're like popping into like a time portal basically. Going this way. There's another one. Interesting. It's actually better than Rivals as far as just overall fun. That's good. That's good to hear. Remember this. He busted the Soul Reaver on our ass.
Has this all been foretold?
Diamond on Overwatch 1. That's awesome, man. Now, I'm glad Overwatch, like modern Overwatch is good. I mean, the number of times I've heard someone say like, oh my god, I fucking hate this game. It's garbage. You know, they get pissed off. They throw off the game forever. I feel like I only ever hear the negative aspects of a game like that. I never hear the positives. If I use, does it just show me the cutscene again? I'm guessing it just shows it to me again. Yeah, Farsight, I'm waiting for new stuff to happen. I'm waiting for new stuff. Okay, it's the same one. Can I skip it? I cannot skip. Yeah, once we get new stuff, I'm definitely gonna like pay extra close attention.
These apparitions torment me. Has this all been foretold?
Now, what is not shown in that cutscene is the Soul Reaver like forming in front of us, so that only we could pick it up. Out in mind gaming another tank. Oh, like in a hero shooter like Overwatch, yeah. Yeah, the hero shooter genre has never really done it for me, honestly. And I mean, I'm just not a huge competitive guy. That's really what it comes down to. I think if I was a younger, if you know, that's a younger man's game. If I would have gotten into Overwatch, or attempted at least, when I was a lot younger, I could see myself like getting into it and sticking with it. Door pattern here. Oh, is this one another one? Another one. Yeah, I could see that being a big thing for a lot of folks for sure. Especially if you've played it for a while. In your DNA after a certain point. When we saw the different tombs, realized we were all of we and our brothers were all Seraphin.
This must be one of Kain's deceptions.
That's right, we said those very words. Or off the games, it just, oh, it's not that the game is toxic, or it's that we feel ourselves get toxic. I understand that too. I know that's what Ogasso said was always awful about League of Legends. He said League of Legends. It wasn't so much the other players. It was like he would feel like himself get not like just like the stuff coming out of it was like, ugh, I don't like this. I mean, it's probably also other players, let's be real. It's the demons, internal and external. It's all the above, let's be real. Yeah. Farsight, are you hitting me with a relax? Get what was it? Relax, just do it when you want to get to it. When you wanna come.
My mind reels with conflict.
Here we go.
Does Kain await me moments from now?
We about to fight his ass?
Some century yet to come.
Staring his ass down. Look at the difference between OG and new G. Subnautica 2? Oh, wow. I didn't realize Subnautica 2 was that soon. I thought we were still a ways away. But I'll take it. This kind of Hall of Mirrors is interesting. Maybe Hall of Mirrors is not the right word for it, but this Hall of Memories, I suppose. Or, in that particular last case, maybe that's a memory that's about to happen. At first we were being shown things from our past, but maybe now it's time for the future. The future's now, old man. Alias got you into... I remember you saying that he kind of walked you through the ropes. Or showed you the ropes. Walked you through the paces. Ooh, do we strike her down? Oh, shit.
This cannot be. What madness does this Kain must think me credulous to suffer these lies.
The piss saber, finally. The piss beam. He says, I hate that game now, man. Now, do you hate it for the same kind of reasons that Meerkat and Elgaus were describing, where it's like you hate what it brings out of you? Or is it just like, man, the game's garbage and or the community is garbage? There's no wrong answers here, by the way. It's just it didn't feel constructive, right? Yeah. TFT? What's TFT? Team Fortress 2? Team Fortress 3 Edition. Ooh, the red saber. I kind of missed the piss saber. The red's cool, though.
A conjuration of my mind, or an echo of future events.
Maybe we'll have some choices to make. Maybe there's multiple endings. I mean, we're already an anti-hero. We're not exactly a good guy. So, wouldn't exactly be a fall from grace. It was just a weird... Yeah, that's a fair point, too. It was like a representation of a weird time. I have that, too. I have, like, that kind of thing where certain games remind me of, like, a certain point in my life. Less... So when I think of that game, I less think about the game itself and more about, like, what was happening. Just in real life. Some good, some bad. Yeah, what's the pay blade? I'm curious. Okay, I must have gotten turned around. The flashbangs with the transitions. This is what it turns you into, yeah. It's interesting how commonly... I think that's like a more common sentiment I've heard now. For a while there, I would hear people say like, oh man, fucking Team Fortress 2, it's like... It was either the community is like garbage or the game is garbage. But I'm not trying to like say that, I'm not trying to be like, oh, you simpletons playing the game, because I never played it. Like, I'm from the outside looking in. But I think it's legitimately fascinating that more of us are starting to look back on games like that and go, the reason I stopped having fun was, yeah, because what it was like bringing out of me. It's a fascinating concept, and honestly, no jokes, I think it speaks to like personal growth to recognize that and like see that pattern. And I think for a lot of us, the knee-jerk reaction is to either blame the game or blame other players, but to look back at that and go like, fuck man, I was like part of it too. I think that speaks to personal growth and like emotional maturity. So I think that's actually like it maybe explains why that's a concept that is coming up more in discussions of games like Overwatch, games like League of Legends, Dota 2, what have you. It's the MOBA feel, yeah. I don't know if you've played Marvel Rivals. For some reason I thought Marvel Rivals had a sort of MOBA aspect to it, but I could be mistaken. I think this is the final waypoint, by the way, the final fast travel point, which means gotta save. Go 13 hours, lucky number, baby. Just cause the anxiety, right, yeah. Well, that's what I mean, yeah, the growth happening later, because I think at the time, for a lot of us, the immediate reaction is to be like, yeah, fuck this game sucks. Not maybe as much of that focused inwards, but you're right, it's the growth happening later. That's kind of what I meant, is that looking back years past, a lot of us kind of look back at that and go, oh, there's something to be mined from this. There's a lesson to be learned. Now, are these supposed to be like shattered mirrors, I wonder? Like, if this whole thing we've been doing in the sequence is looking at these mirrors that either, not literally, but like these sequences that show us our past and potentially our future. Yeah. I'm going in with very little health, by the way. Incognito mode helped a lot, though, he says.
At last. I must say I'm disappointed in your progress.
There he is, the man himself.
Here sooner. Tell me, did it trouble you to murder your brothers?
Nope, felt great.
Did it trouble you when you ordered me into the abyss? No. I had faith in you. In your ability to hate. In your self-righteous indignation. Lies. You cannot have foreseen all of this. Eternity is relentless, Raziel. When I first stole into this chamber centuries ago, I did not fathom the true power of knowledge. To know the future, Raziel. To see its paths and streams tracing out into the infinite. As a man, I could never have contained such forbidden truths. But each of us is so much more than we once were. Gazing out across the plains of possibility, do you not feel with all your soul how we have become like gods? And as such, are we not indivisible? As long as a single one of us stands, we are legion. And that is why, when I must sacrifice my children to the void, I can do so with a clear heart.
One baby at a time.
Kain. But in the end, you offer no more than a convenient rationalization for your crimes.
Trev says, I'll do Marvel Rivals for a little bit, but if I get mad, it's out of here.
Patient enough to look.
Gus says, I could never. Same, honestly.
Perhaps you have not gazed deeply enough.
Trev, that's true love right there. The fact you're willing to try it out for her means you're a real one.
Foretold mine a millennium ago.
I do not have that patience.
Each play out the parts fate has written for us. We are compelled ineluctably down preordained paths. Free will is an illusion. I have been to the tomb of Seraphan, Kain. Your dirty secret is exposed. How could you transform a Seraphan priest into a vampire? How could I not? One must keep his friends close, Raziel, and his enemies even closer. Can you grasp the absurd beauty of the paradox? We're the same. Seraphan and vampire. With our holy wars, our obsession with Nosgoth's domination, who better to serve me than those whose passion transcends all notions of good and evil? I will not applaud your clever blasphemy. The Seraphan were saviors, defending Nosgoth from the corruption that we represent. My eyes are opened, Kain. I find no nobility in the unlife you rudely forced on my unwilling corpse. You may have uncovered your past, but you know nothing of it. You think the Seraphan were noble, altruistic? Don't be simple. Their agenda was the same as ours. You are lost in a maze of moral relativism, Kain. These apparitions and portents. What game are you playing now?
It's called Soul Reaver 1 for the PlayStation 1.
And now...
Actually, Destiny is a game, he's right.
My latest move.
Alright. Parsa did say this fight sucks. Ow. Not surprised. Let's get some health back. Little fella. Several fellas. Now, what's nice about this fight, or this part of the fight at least, is that Kain is nowhere to be found in the spirit realm. So at least when I get sucked to the spirit realm, nice and easy. Kind and I like have some time to myself. No. Go ahead and pop right back to the physical realm. Anything I want to do in the spirit realm beforehand? Does golf with your friends makes you toxic, but like in a fun way? Yeah. I've actually never played golf with your friends, but it looks like a really fun one. And depending on the settings, could allow you to really fuck with your homies. And what better joy is there in life than fucking the homies? If I know you well enough, I will call your shit. That's right, man. Yeah, so yeah, to Frax's point, yeah, the moral relativism point that he had made. Oh, it zaps you through the wall. Interesting. Zaps you through the wall. Can I just suck here? Yeah. And it's like he reached me right through the middle. Okay, I have just enough health to withstand a full hit. I guess I can maybe try blasting him. Ugh. Unless he's laughing. Ah. Stay in the middle. I can't tell if he's laughing or if he's like, ugh, ugh. And, okay, that's a proper hit, yeah. You need to do a proper hit. They turned the time back before he took damage. He's that guy playing a first-person game or single-player game, and he's stuck in the one level, and he took damage in the first part of the level. He's like, restarting. Seems like he is a little bit slower on the draw. Oh, shit. Not quite as quick. There we go. Now the third level, yep. Yeah, the whole time, yeah, the question of like, yeah, what is free will? Are things preordained? I mean, some interesting philosophical meanderings. Nothing that was super mind-blowing, but, you know, stuff that is... That's kind of how it goes. Get up there. Now, can I activate these things? Yeah. Let's just do the high jump. Can't quite make that one. Okay, well, I can make it. Okay. Can I, like, shoot him just to interrupt the animation? Once I see him pop up, there he is. I'm going for it. I see what Farsight said. Yeah, we gotta be like that crackerjack timing. You almost seem to kind of already be moving in the right direction to make it happen. When you shoot him, he just laughs at you. The kinds of stuff he was saying will make more sense in the next game. I mean, I was doing my best to pay attention to it.
But this is not where or how.
It just more seemed kind of aimless.
Fate promises more twists before this.
Unless the idea is that there's going to be time travel, basically.
Completely.
So if there's going to be time travel in the next game, then I could see that. Was that it?
Raziel, once you cross this threshold, you are beyond my influence.
Oh, second phase? Oh, it's you! Is that Morbius? Are we Morbin? We saw him in Ascendance.
Redeemer and destroyer. Pawn and Messiah. Welcome, time-span soul. Welcome to your destiny. Where time is but a loop, a loose stitch in the universal cloth,
A streamer might seize upon a chance, a fatal slip.
That's me. I'm a streamer.
The fate of planets into chaos.
Streamer mentioned. To be continued. Okay, wow. That was a little bit abrupt. I was expecting like a second phase or something. That fight actually wasn't quite as annoying as I thought it was going to be. Not quite as annoying as I thought it was going to be. That's when Farsa was like, oh, buddy. Because, I mean, yeah, he was right. Having to jump back and forth. Having to go fast when he was going, like, higher and higher. And it taking a little bit longer to reach him. At least he was... It took him that much longer to charge up his shots, at least. So yeah, not too bad, though. I mean, it was, of course, a much longer process actually getting there. Rex says, absolute cinema, yeah. Yeah, so the whole concept of, like, it kind of in that whole dialogue was really just Kain saying, like, so much this is preordained, like, our, you know, we are destined to have this conflict, and you know, this is just how what's expected to happen. I did what I had to do. I'm no villain. I'm just trying to enforce my will in any way that I see fit. And Raziel calling him out on his bullshit. So yeah, I'm guessing this all basically means that there's gonna be, yeah, some time travel shenanigans in the second game. Really struggled, yeah. Well, the fact that it's nice at least that you have the little healing spot, the healing thing right in the middle. If we didn't have the healing spot right in the middle to just kind of tank the shots, that fight would have been very annoying, because yeah, you have to, like, every single time go back to the spirit realm, like do that rinse lather repeat every time. That would have sucked. So the little spot in the middle definitely helped for sure. What's up, Aaron? He says, we saved the city. Yeah, Sonic Adventure mentioned. All's well that ends well. The entire city is in ruins. Yeah. Are we nice and loose? Always, Grim. Always. Yeah. Didn't know about the healing spot. It's entirely possible that maybe the original game didn't have the healing spot. That's entirely possible, Farsight. As we know, this game has added in some nifty conveniences. It added the map and added the compass, which are nice. If it would have added maybe some extra healing spots that maybe weren't in the original game, that would not shock me. That would not shock me. Because, yeah, that would have made that fight a lot more annoying. Would it have made it harder? Yeah, but not, like, challenging. It would have made it annoying. Definitely would have made it annoying. Like, it's one thing to make it more challenging, make it more, you know, demanding more of the player, but when it just makes it more arduous, just monotonous, then that kind of takes away a little bit. And yeah, the credits are different, yeah, for sure, because they were showing credits for like the original remastered. I'm sorry, the original Soul Reaver 1, not the remastered edition. Yeah, that fight can be a bit of a chore, yeah. Honestly, my postmortem on the first game, the bosses were generally not too bad. The bosses were generally pretty easy. I mean, that second boss, once you figured out you had to light the eggs on fire, became a non-issue. That third boss took like 2 minutes, like a complete walk in the park. That fourth boss, the one where you had to run outside of the arena and lead him into the explosive, the blast chamber, like that was a little bit tricky. It was more of a puzzle boss, like Elgaso said. And the fight with Kain was a bit of a, I mean, I think I like the dialogue, I like the cutscenes, so the storytelling aspect of the final boss was cool, but the actual final boss itself, Kain being built up as being such a badass, and then you just chase him around, hit him a couple times, and that's it. It's like, oh, come on, really, that's it? Is that it? So like the boss battles were just kind of okay. And I would say the dungeons overall were much more challenging. One thing I'm really grateful for is that we never suffered a true death. We never, like, truly died in the game. You know, you can have your physical body get got and get sent back to the spirit realm, but we never lost all of our health in the spirit realm. So as a result, that we never died and had to, like, reload a save, that is really nice. You know, in a world of game is hard, and when you die, you just respawn where your last save was, your last checkpoint, like, that being completely not an issue in this game made some of the annoying aspects of the game's combat much less of an issue. So I really do appreciate that. Also, I'm guessing we're getting the credits for Soul Reaver 1 and 2, because it just said Soul Reaver 2 just there. So I guess we're getting all the credits. Which is fine. But no, I would say despite there being some frustrations, I kind of appreciate that the game, I guess by design, recognized that, yeah, some of the platforming's annoying, some of the battles are going to be tricky. So let's make the combat and just overall losing the loss of health less punishing as it is in other games of this era. Usually if you die, like, or if you have a limited number of lives, that's it, and you respawn at the start, or you get a game over. Kind of nice we didn't have that in this one. It's funny because in that cutscene, I'm with Farsight, it was a little on the quiet side, more so than I was expecting. And yet, in the credit sequence, it's strangely loud. Billy Mitchell! Probably not the Billy Mitchell we know and love. Oh, wait, no, I'm thinking of Billy West, the Futurama guy. No, Billy Mitchell, that's the Fistful of Quarters guy. That guy sucks. Never mind, that's a different Billy Mitchell. Not a fan of that guy. But anyway, I'm trying to think if there was anything else really. I mean, I feel like I've already kind of shared my thoughts on the game just in general. Mr. L, who knows? I'm trying to like catch these names. I like the screen names you were saying earlier. Now the game is good. I'm glad we played through it, and I would say, like, how does it hold up? I think there's a kind of person, there's a kind of gamer who would probably be pretty put off by some of the unintuitive aspects of the game. The combat at times did get quite frustrating. The platforming did feel kind of not good at a bunch of points. So yeah, I would say there's valid criticism, and there's definitely points that kind of test your patience. But there's a pretty interesting experience here, and I try to frame it less, how does it hold up now, and I try to frame it more as the question of how would this have felt back in 1999 when it first came out. And yeah, for sure, it was ahead of its time in a lot of ways. And it was also a relic of its time, being that, you know, Soul Reaver 1 came out in 1999. I mean, that's just, games had cameras like this and combat like this and platforming sequences that weren't always great. But what games at this time didn't have is the vibe, is the story, is the voice acting, is the presentation. So I mean, I think that focusing on where its strengths lie paints a more accurate picture, because its failings, or its less than great portions, weren't really failings. That's just what other games of this era did. I mean, Mario 64 came before this game, and you could argue that game had better platforming, and I think it did. But also that game was like really a platformer. There was like hardly any combat in that game, and hardly any storytelling. And of course the camera was, you know, one of the few, I would say, like, truly negative parts of that game, or at least a part that receives valid criticism for sure. So yeah, I don't know. I have a hard time seeing the critiques against this game being too much of an issue. But that was good. That was good. And from there we can dive right back in, or right in, to Soul Reaver 2.